You know, I don't think dream jobs exist. At least not when they're sold. Now, to be clear, I'm in college right now trying to become a physical therapist, and it's something I think I'll really enjoy. I personally know plenty of people in the field, and I've done a couple of internships to see what it's like. You know, helping people move again, seeing progress over time, being part of someone's healing process. I really enjoy that. But at the same time, that whole do what you love and never work a day in your life bit that they tell you, I don't know. It's a nice thought, but I think reality hits a little differently. Now, don't get me wrong. I still believe in dream jobs. Really, I do. But I think we also romanticize them as well. Like, we picture this job that's going to solve all of our problems, make us feel fulfilled 24/7. But I don't think it really works that way. And it's something we don't talk about enough. I think there's this tendency to forget that every job comes with its share of challenges and problems. Right now, I really want to be a physical therapist. And I know it's not going to be this perfect thing where I'm just helping people day in, day out in a zen-like environment. I mean, there will be tough days. There's going to be moments where I feel burnt out. I saw this and even experienced it a bit during one of my internships. It's kind of funny because I remember being in high school thinking, as soon as I figure out what I want to do with my life, everything will just fall into place. The funny part is, I jumped around from what I wanted to do so many times. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a pro runner, then a truck driver just like my dad, or just join the military. Even when I got to college, I changed my major a ton of times. Computer science, coding, mechanic, nursing, what else? Athletic trainer. Probably a bunch more I'm forgetting about. Point is, when I look back, I have very little want to do any of these things. Like, I still run all the time, but I like how it's just a hobby and my livelihood isn't dependent on it. I can just enjoy it for what it is. I changed my major so many times, and each times I thought I really wanted to do those things, but they never really panned out. Maybe that's just part of being in your 20s. I'm just trying to find myself, I guess. But now that I'm a little older and a little wiser, hopefully, I've come to realize life doesn't really work in a straight line, and neither do careers. That's something that's been hitting me recently. There's this romanticized version of a dream job, and there's reality of actually doing that job day in and day out. I guess what I'm trying to say is, there's a difference between a dream job and a perfect job. I think dream jobs are real in the sense that they reflect your passions and your goals, but they aren't flawless, They change over time. You change. And that's something I don't think we talk about a lot. How it's perfectly okay to change your mind, to pivot, to be like, maybe this thing that I've been chasing doesn't fit the version of me that I'm becoming. And I don't think that's something to be afraid of. In fact, I think it's actually kind of freeing. The idea that a job is perfect or flawless can set us up for disappointment. No matter how much you love what you do, there's always going to be parts of your job that are just a little less than glamorous, if you know what I mean. There will be moments when you're tired, frustrated, or just feeling stuck. I'm sure there'll be days when I'm a physical therapist, I'll be wondering if I'm really making the impact that I want, or when I deal with patients who aren't as motivated as I'd hope. There will probably be days when I'm questioning if I'm really cut out for this. Honestly, I have some of those days right now. But I think the key is remembering that those moments don't have to define me. They don't have to define you. What I've come to realize is that it's totally okay with having these moments and still love the work you're doing. It's okay to have a job that's not fulfilling overall. It's okay to have a job that's fulfilling, even if there's parts of it that suck. No job, no career, no life path is truly flawless. You change over time. Your interests and your priorities shift a bit. So why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to have it all figured out from the start? Maybe you're someone who, like me, has a passion for helping people and wants to do that through physical therapy. But maybe one day you realize you'd rather take your passions and use them in a totally different way. That doesn't make your dream any less valid. It just means that you're figuring out what's best for you in this moment in your life. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and tell me what you think. Dream jobs. Do you think they're real? Make sure to like it up, drop a sub, all that. I'm out.